So last night I blew third gear up in my car, and I don't have too much time to waste right now, so I already got it jacked up and I'm working on pulling the transmission out right now. I am already pretty far. I got both axles popped out, got pretty much all the transmission bolts pulled, so I really just gotta get this mount dropped and the back mount as well, and then just slide her off and start taking it apart. Just got the tranny pulled out of the hatch. Definitely have done this quite a few times now. Getting pretty easy to do. And some good news is that a guy messaged me saying that he has an extra Prelude transmission. I guess it's been sitting in storage or something, but he has a Honda Prelude transmission that he does not need anymore, and he's willing to donate it to the hatch. And if we can get that tonight, that would be sick. He's off of work at like 11 o'clock, so it's gonna be pretty late. I'm not gonna be able to do anything from now until then. But if I do get this transmission tonight, all I have to do is swap out the LSD from my transmission right here into that one, and I'll probably also have to swap out all the gears like on the input shaft to match the differential. I'll show you guys all that if I do end up getting this transmission. That will be really cool. Will save me a lot of time, and I'll have the hatch back up and running either by tonight or tomorrow, depending on how late it gets.
Alright, so I have my compressor housing off here. It needs a bit of work because the intercooler boot keeps blowing off. It's just not holding it because this eBay turbo has like no lip at the end, so that intercooler boot can just slide off under a lot of pressure. So Kyle's gonna weld a little bead around it, and then it should be able to clamp down without blowing off again. Yeah, you can see like the swirl pattern of the air through there. It's kind of cool.
There's a little nick on it right here.
I know, probably just a rock.
Yeah, no air filter. Yeah, that looks pretty dope.
Oh well, not gonna run an air filter. Don't need it.
I never have.
I think it just robs power. Alright, it's all welded, so it should hold a lot better than nothing.
Now the plant has something to grab onto.
Yeah, because that's a lot of pressure. Alright, so this is the downpipe, and it cracked pretty much like 3/4 of the way through. So Kyle's gonna re-weld that as well. And then I'm just gonna extend it straight down, because I used to have a piece on it, but that fell off a long time ago. So it's just gonna dump straight down now instead of going backwards.
So I did end up getting another transmission. Thank you so much, Mitch, for letting me use this on the hatch. And I just looked up the tranny code on this one. This is out of a Prelude. It's a M2Y4. And the gearing is definitely a lot shorter on this one, but I will be swapping in my 4.0 final drive. This one right here has a 4.266 final drive. So that will help make the gearing a little longer, but it's still gonna be shorter than what I'm used to in the car. I was gonna stay up tonight and get both of these trannies tore apart and then rebuilt with whatever I need and try to get it back in the car by tonight, but it is almost 2 in the morning, so it'd probably be smart just to go to bed now, get up somewhat early, and have all day tomorrow to get this thing done. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I will continue on this video once I get up. It is now the following day, and I am ready to pull this transmission apart. This is the one that I just pulled yesterday out of my car, the one that blew up third gear, and I can tell you guys right now, there's definitely gonna be a lot of chunks of metal in there. Just from moving it around, I can hear bits and pieces flinging around in there. So I got everything removed that I need to. If you guys saw the older video when I first put this thing in the car, I went over how exactly to take the transmission apart, and it's pretty straightforward. You just take all the bolts out, and there's like a snap ring in here you gotta open up, and then you have to take this off. This is like where the shifter cables will go to. There's a whole assembly in here that you gotta remove, and then there's just a couple things here and there. I did go over it in another video, but I am ready to take this case apart, and yeah, let's see what's inside. I'm sure that third gear is messed up. Alright, so there is my third gear in a pile of metal at the bottom of the transmission. As you can see, that's all that's left. So she's not doing too good, guys. I have never broken a gear before in a car, so this is a first for me. The reason I got to take both of these apart is because I need this piece right here. This is the LSD. It's a factory LSD, and I need to swap out this whole piece into that transmission. This is also what will be the higher final drive. So I need this whole gear and then also this whole shaft to go into that transmission, but I do not need the gears. I'm gonna have to swap out the gears from that one onto this shaft right here, because this one is what matches this final drive. So don't know if that made any sense, but I will show what I mean once I get this one apart as well. But yeah, that is definitely fucked.
What? Yeah. Dude, that event goes till 11 o'clock. And then TML is gonna go out. 8:30 20 videos. Yeah, dude. We went out to a dig spot last time we were there. And we were, dude, I didn't go home till like 3:30. I didn't get home till like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, see the whole thing about like take dollar bets and so forth.
Yeah.
Got the input and output shafts pulled out of both transmissions, and then this differential right here just pulls right out just like that. So this is the non-LSD right here, and then here is my LSD. Then kind of slippery, but need to swap this guy into here. And then the reason I need to swap the gears off this output shaft right here onto this one is because this gear right here at the bottom, that is fixed to the shaft. It's all one piece along the inside of that, and this gear matches this differential right here. Since this one is a 4.0 final drive and this one is a 4.266, they have a different amount of gears on the outside, so you need the matching output shaft to the outside gear on that differential. So now all I have to do is swap out this output shaft with this one right here. This is the one I was using with the LSD, and then I will be keeping all the gears that came in this transmission in it. The only thing that's gonna be different is the LSD and final drive, and then this output shaft right here. So you guys saw me impact this nut off earlier at the top. So once you take that off, everything will just slide right off on both of them, and then you just reassemble it how it came apart, and then I can go ahead and put everything back together and then get this thing back in the car. I got all the gears back into the transmission, so now all I gotta do is get some gasket maker and put it around this seam right here, and then get the other half put back on, and then get everything bolted up, and she should be ready to go back into the car. But right now we are gonna be leaving to go to a meet that they are having right before Streetcar Takeover, which is tomorrow. 1320 is probably gonna be up there, and a whole bunch of other people. And I'm gonna be taking the MR2 up there. Hayden's gonna go in his RX-7, and Charlie's gonna be coming up in the wagon. So we're gonna head up to that right now, and then I will be finishing up my hatch once we get back. Just pulled up, got here pretty early. It's really windy out, but not too many people here yet.
Oh man, turbo smoke.
Yeah, turbo smoking a little bit.
Feels fine.
Still doing good though. But yeah, we got here a little early just so we could make sure we got a spot because this parking lot's pretty small. There's a lot of badass cars out right now, so we're probably gonna walk around and check some of them out. We've been here for about 25 minutes and it already started pouring. So hopefully the MR2 doesn't get too messed up. I got a rag over my up pipe. Charlie has his hood open still, but hopefully this blows over pretty fast. A lot of people are still showing up though. It's Colorado, it'll blow over.
Yeah. I mean, like, it looks nice over there.
Yeah, we got some sunshine on the way.
How's it going? What's up? How are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, nice to finally meet you.
The cars out here?
Yep.
Oh snap! You gonna race it tomorrow?
I'm gonna try to bring my hatch out.
Okay. Wait. We're not gonna be able to hear anything.
Yeah, it's a little loud.
So this is the Wago, right?
Yeah, this is Charlie's wagon.
Yeah. Let me get some details on this thing.
Charlie.
Are you gonna run this tomorrow?
I think he's gonna bring it out. Yeah.
What's up, man? How are you doing? Yeah, nice to meet you. You guys gonna run tomorrow?
Hopefully.
I wish I had my car here.
I know. I wish Leroy was here. That would have been so fun.
I give you guys a sneak peek though.
I know. It's not gonna be fair anymore.
I'll give you a sneak peek. Even for your guys' subs, they can see it too. Alright, oh. Alright.
Oh shit.
That's a little leak. It's a leak. Leak footage.
It's okay. You can't even see it on the camera.
Oh, wild Subi. First I thought it was a Mustang. No. You never know out here, you know what I'm saying?
I drive a Mustang.
Ran over my flops. This isn't the same car that you guys think.
No, it's a different one.
What is that?
That was one I got a long time ago that I just bought for parts.
We put that video on 1320. That.
Yeah, I saw
That's
that.
the funniest video.
Yeah.
I was literally dying. You guys are savage. You're riding your car tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be
What do you
there.
have?
In the Civic Hatch, the red one.
Okay, the red hat.
Yep. Hayden made it out here. What happened on the way up?
About to film, dick.
Well, it's whatever. Tell me what happened because you
Alright.
broke down.
So you watch me while I film this.
Okay.
I'll tell what happened.
Tell
Alright,
it.
so we just made it over here to Twin Peaks to the event for Streetcar Takeover. And this hose blew off because it has like no lip or anything for it to catch to. So I lost like all the coolant on the way over here. And it was not very fun.
What a fucking idiot.
Had to have Wyatt come over here and rescue me. So yeah, I'm waiting for it to cool off, and before we head out, I'll put some more water in.
Well, at least it made it.
Yeah. It's still really slow though.
Make sure you tighten your hose clamps next time, okay?
No, it was tight. It just
Whatever you
slipped off
say.
'cause it got like 227.
Whatever you say.
It up.
Well, we're getting out of here early. They're gonna go pick up a drive shaft in Denver and I gotta head back to finish up the hatch.
I'm going to get Integra parts.
Oh, I thought you were getting a drive shaft, yeah, never mind.
My Integra will be on the road tomorrow.
For Streetcar Takeover? What are you getting for it?
Just turn signals, because I busted mine out when it went through a fence.
Yeah, about that. Is your head good?
Yeah.
Runs and drives?
They drove around the block today.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna fucking
Run it till it breaks.
Right? It's either got parts of the valve sitting in the piston right now, or I'll race you from a dig. It doesn't hook until 110 though. I'm not even playing.
But yeah, we're getting out of here for now. Gotta go finish up the hatch, but it was fun. Super dope to meet Cleetus. That was sick.
Yeah, it's sick as fuck.
Well, Charlie's busy on the phone, so goodbye.
What?
And right as I'm about to leave, we got this dope GTR backing in right next to me. This thing's sexy. Alright guys, so I just got home and it's time to get the hatch back up and running. The meet was super fun. There were quite a few subscribers out there who recognized the cars and came up to us and just said hi, checked out the cars, and it was really cool to meet you guys. And it was also awesome that we got to meet up with Cleetus. He was out there with 1320 Video, and that was the first time we've ever met him. Seems like a really cool guy, and hopefully we can hang out with him some more tomorrow at the Streetcar Takeover event. But for right now, I am going to stop filming for tonight for the most part, because I want to get my transmission back in the hatch, and I really don't want to stop and take the time to film every little step, because it's already 8:30 right now p.m. and it's going to take me at least a couple hours to get this thing all the way back together. So hopefully you guys understand. I just need to get it done and make sure it's ready for tomorrow, and I will film again once it is back up and running. So I'm going to get it done right now. I'm the only one here, so time is of the essence. It is now 12:30 at night, and I got everything put back together. The only thing missing is the bumper, and right now I'm gonna go take it for a test drive, make sure everything is working as it should. The transmission has fluid in it. I re-pumped up the clutch, so it's good to go. Motor's good on oil, so I think she's ready for the first test drive on this new transmission, and hopefully I put it together right. The twin disc every time I push in the clutch. So far, so good.
Oh, brakes are a little soft. Moment of truth. Hey, goes into third gear. So far so good, everything seems to be holding up. This gearing is definitely a lot shorter than I'm used to. I'm cruising in third gear right now, and it's under 40 miles an hour. Actually, it's probably about 40 miles an hour because my speedo is going to be off with these tires, but it's still definitely really high up in the RPM for third gear. So we'll see how these shorter gears do on the track tomorrow. Hopefully everything holds up. And by the way, my brights are on because I don't have any fuses for the low beams, so I just have to drive it with the brights on at night, if any of you are wondering. All right, gonna try a little third gear pull, make sure she holds up okay. Oh yeah, she feels good, guys. She is making boost like she used to. I didn't get into it super hard right there, but I almost hit 18 pounds, and it was definitely going for more. So she feels real good right now. Holy shit, these tires grip really good too. Damn.
So the hatch is good to go as of right now. We'll see how she does tomorrow. I might have to get into the Honda and change the tune, because now that the gearing's different, my boost by gear might be thrown off because it won't know what gear it's in anymore, since it has different gear ratios. You type in the gear ratio transmission you have into the Honda, so it knows what gear you're in according to the speed sensor and RPM. So now that it's much shorter gearing, I might need to adjust that. That's something I'll probably mess with tomorrow morning. Head over to PFI and maybe have Brent look at it, because they're going to be getting ready tomorrow as well. And I want to give a huge thank you to Mitch for donating this transmission to the hatch. Honestly, without it, I don't think I could have made it tomorrow to Streetcar Takeover. I was already really tight on time as is, so if I had to go to the junkyard and pull apart a transmission or go through Brent's boxes of gears to try to piece this one back together, I honestly don't think I would have had enough time to get this thing all the way back together. So thank you so much. Hopefully she does good tomorrow, and I guess we'll see how long this transmission lasts in the car. It's still a stock transmission with a stock LSD, so nothing special, but we'll see how this gearing does, and we'll just try to have some fun tomorrow. But that's going to be it for tonight, guys. See you tomorrow.